Hey lovelies! So I have been on Booktube since about the beginning of the year, and it is nearing the end of the year now, so it hasn't quite been a full year, probably in like the 9-month range that I've been on Booktube. And I thought I would do the Booktube Newbie Tag today. I don't know if I'm still considered a Booktube newbie because I have been on here for a few months already, but I'm going to do it anyway because I know a lot of people find other booktubers through this tag. So let me just get started. So I've pulled up the questions here on my phone and I'm just going to get into it. The first question, why did you start this channel? Probably for a more depressing reason than you're hoping for, but I've been going through a rough kind of period of life and just trying to find some passion, I guess, to renew some of my energy, and YouTube was one of those ideas that I'm trying, so I guess just to find a little bit of happiness. I have found in the months that I've been on YouTube that a lot of my friends don't read. I have a few that do read, but I don't really talk books with too many people, so it's kind of nice to have this outlet for talking about my books, I guess. The next question, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Well, fun and unique, I don't know. I also like to do some art videos, so my channel will be books and art related, and maybe lifestyle if I feel like it in the mix. It's gonna be a mixture of a bunch of things, and I know that's not the best plan for having a YouTube channel. To be a successful YouTuber, they do recommend you like focus on one thing, I guess, but I just have too many interests and I just want to utilize my YouTube channel for that. Fun and unique. I guess something maybe, I mean, it's not that unique, but I do want to feature a lot of Christian book content. And I know there are some Christian booktubers out there, and I have become friends with some of them. But it's not a very saturated area of booktube, so I guess some Christian content? Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess that's my answer. Number 3, what are you most excited for about this new channel? To see where it goes, to see how my ability at filming and editing, how that improves over time, and of course to meet other people around the world, which is always so much fun. Number 4, why do you love reading? Honestly, when I was younger, in my teenage years, I did read quite a bit. I lost it in my early 20s. I mean, I read the occasional, like, those really small, like, love-inspired romance books. They're Christian romance, whatever. They're really small. I would read those from time to time, but I really kind of lost touch with my reading until, well, last year I attempted to read one book a month, and I found that actually kind of difficult, but it was a nice challenge. I missed 1 month. I couldn't get a book in that month. And then all of a sudden, I picked up The Hobbit in, I think, February and loved it, and that just sent me on a book reading binge. So since February, since reading The Hobbit, I've been reading a lot, and it's been really nice to experience new stories, actually. The next question. What book or series got you into reading? Oh, I guess I just finished describing The Hobbit. Yeah, originally, like when I was younger, it was probably, let me go grab it for you. It was probably this series by D. Henderson. It's the O'Malley family. There are 6 books. There is a prequel book as well, and it follows each member of this family, and they all have different occupations, and they're all like they're not love stories per se, but they are the story of how they met their significant other, I guess. And yeah, I read this whole series when I was a teenager, and so this probably was a contributing factor in those years. Alright, let's get back into it. Number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Probably, can we be friends? That's probably it. How do you work full-time outside the house and maintain a booktube channel? Maybe that question? Yeah, that's probably it. I'd just like to be their friend. Number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So yeah, I've been on Booktube a little bit, and I guess for me I'd probably say comparison. Like comparing yourself to other booktube channels, whether it's how big they are, how many views they get, or whether it's how creative their ideas are, that kind of make you feel like, oh, I'm not that creative, I never thought of anything like that. So comparison and having to read when you're in a reading slump. I'm speaking from experience here because October was a pretty rough month. I have been currently in a reading slump, and I don't know why. I've tried numerous books and I just can't get into any of them, and it's frustrating me, and so I haven't done an October TBR because I didn't know what I wanted to read, and I don't think I'll be doing an October wrap-up because I didn't read anything. That's probably going to be another challenge. When did you start reading? Well, when I was a kid. I always liked reading. I've got lots of kid books here that I love to read, so maybe I'll show you on another video sometime. Where do you read? Pretty much anywhere. Typically on our couch by our windows and all my plants. I like to read there. But yeah, I can read in the car, I can read at a doctor's office, I can read wherever, in bed, whatever. Number 10, what kind of books, this is the last question actually, what kind of books do you like to read? Well, before The Hobbit, I would have told you just historical romance. After The Hobbit, I have been on a fantasy book reading binge and loving it. I've got a small selection of classics here, and I read 2 classics last year, and I didn't really love either of them, but I want to give it more of a chance. So we'll see how classics go, but definitely fantasy, definitely historical. I love historical anything, TV shows, movies, whatever. I do like romance if it's not too intense, I guess. If it's a nice, slow burn romance that's not like it's not insta-love. I can't stand insta-love. And yeah. I don't really care for contemporary. I have a couple contemporaries on my shelf over there, but it's not my favorite genre. So right now, fantasy. And I have been getting into graphic novels as well, so. But yeah, right now fantasy. So I guess that's it for the Booktube Newbie tag. This tag is pretty old, so I'm not sure who I could challenge to do this Booktube Newbie tag because they've probably already done it. I hope you guys liked this video. I'm pretty glad I got to it before too much time had passed. And like, subscribe, comment down below. Let's chat books in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!